whole life, I always knew I was special. Even with no remainders, I could always move a decimal. Money on my mind while the girls that made un beso. Hustlers in my blood and it's running through my vessels. Just trying to clear the threshold, just trying to make a way. In my race against time, I could see an early grave. School to prison pipeline, 12 years a slave. Suspension and detention is conditioned for a cage.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Ryan Garcia leaves Eddy Reynoso and he teams up with Joe Goosen. Well, we're going to discuss that in greater detail. Let's take a listen because Ryan Garcia explained why he left Eddy Reynoso on social media. And let's listen to what Ryan Garcia had to say.
Guys, in regards to switching trainers, it had nothing to do with bad blood or ego or any hard feelings. It's just, I would say, time. That's basically it. Just knowing that you got to get to work, and Eddy is very busy, and I respect it. He has to do what he has to do. So, just move forward and keep grinding, and we're going to be going on to, we're going to continue on to the path we're at. Going to go for a world title, all the belts one day, and move up. That's it. That's all we can do. And keep inspiring people, and I'm going to do my best. I'm definitely going to do my best. My hand is back. I'm throwing it full blast. Everything is great.
All right, so time is the reason why Ryan Garcia said that he split with Eddy Reynoso because he's busy, and he said Eddy's doing his thing, no bad blood. He replaced Eddy Reynoso with Joe Goosen. So, Trill Dollar Bill, what's your reaction to why he left, and how do you feel about Joe Goosen being the replacement?
Why he left? He said he left because of time. We're gonna get back to that. Let's talk about Joe Goosen. Joe Goosen is my man. I like Joe Goosen. And I like his shirts. Joe Goosen gave me a couple of ideas on some wardrobes. You know what I'm saying? Joe Goosen, my man.
Joe should be teaching Sean.
He should be. Joe should be. Joe's smooth too. You know what I'm saying? Joe Goosen come from a good family too. Like Joe, I don't have nothing bad to say about Joe. One of my most memorable fights ever was involving Joe. You know what I'm saying? It makes my eyes water to this day. When I talk about this great fight between Diego Corrales and Castillo. When Corrales was dropped twice from a left hook from Castillo and had his mouthpiece out. When he went into the corner and Joe Goosen put that mouthpiece in him, he said, "You got to get inside on him now." It was the most memorable round ever. It was the 10th round in that fight. And Diego came out after being dropped 2 times and stopped Castillo. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. And Joe Goosen was part of that. So shout out to Joe Goosen. He can really bring the dog out of you. And if you're dedicated to the sport, Joe Goosen is the right person to have because he's not going to tell you no bull crap. He's going to tell you what to do. And that's what Ryan needs to do. Now, as far as Ryan with the time goes, yeah, I can see it because, they don't have time to be bull crapping around over there. I'm being real. Eddy Reynoso don't have time to be bull crapping around. He doesn't. He has Canelo, and he had to get Canelo ready for this fight. April 30th, Oscar Valdez has a big fight. You have a fight April 9th. You want certain types of time, but you've been wasting these guys' time. And when I say you've been wasting these guys' time, I would like to quote the great Saul Canelo Alvarez when he said that Ryan was wasted talent. And he said he doesn't seem as he's 100% dedicated to boxing. He said, look, Ryan has a lot of talent, but to me, in my eyes, he's wasting a lot of time and wasting his talent. That's from Canelo. So, yeah, it is time. It was time. Time that you was wasting. And these guys don't have the time to be wasting. You see what they're trying to do over there. They're trying to be great over there. And if you don't have that mindset, then you got to go.
All right, Conspiracy G.
Yeah, so in other words, this title was wrong. It's really Eddy Reynoso leaves Ryan Garcia. It was in my mind. I was like, I promise you. Eddie was like, this little keeps quitting, keeps stepping in the ring, and then now he's back. Now he want time with me. Get out of here, man. You on the bottom of the list. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think Ryan probably and I remember when Canelo said that about Ryan. I think Ryan feels the energy in that gym. They're probably looking at him like, damn, bro, you had so much potential, bro, but you just blew it. You know what I'm saying? Like you rather be on social media than be in the ring, you know? And so he's probably feeling all of that energy from these guys. He's like, damn, he don't feel the camaraderie anymore. Like Eddie's probably like not giving him as much like mid work and one-on-one training with him. Eddie's probably like, I'll give you 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And he's probably like feeling that. And he's just like,
no pictures with Canelo.
Yeah, right. Right. So he's probably feeling like, all right, I get it. It's my time to leave, you know. So it is what it is for Ryan. But hopefully Guzan, you know, he could get Ryan back, man. Hey, I'm still impressed by what he did with Chris Arreola. So I think he could spark something in Ryan. And it's not like Ryan's not, you know, a good boxer. He's great, especially at 135. So it's more about his mindset, his mentality. So if Guzan could like just tap into the psychology of a boxer and get Ryan back on track to really take his career serious, it might be a good marriage, you know. But because I obviously I thought Eddie did great by this kid, but hey, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, man. So, and you know, and it's common too. Boxers rarely stay with their trainer from day one, anyway. So, you know, I say good luck, man, Ryan, and hopefully we get to see you back in the ring real soon.
TBE.
Yeah, I agree. The energy Ryan was giving off in that video was much more. They didn't want him more than he didn't want them. You know, it was more time. The time was up for Ryan. Like, yo, they told Ryan, yo, either you take it serious or you get lost. And he finally got lost, yo. So, you know, the camp over there, they're training some killers. They focus. They like Trill said, Canelo lives, breathes boxing, and I think Eddie's the same way, and he's not taking this. He wants his boxers to take him serious, and Ryan's been doing a lot. I see Ryan collabing with YouTubers, see him on social media doing all of this, and boxing is not his main focus right now. I don't know. I know he has a fight coming up in April, but you know, it's like he's not on the same page as his former teammates, but. You know, at this point, Ryan, I just wish you the best. I hopefully you find whatever you do with your career, it goes well. But you know, hopefully you if later down the road, if they want you back, they'll call you, and hopefully Canelo reads your text messages.
I agree with you, Ned, 100%. Over there is no boxing, no life. Over there is no boxing, no life.
Yeah, no boxing, no life.
You can't play around. You know what I'm saying? Eddy Reynoso said, "You gotta go, yo."
Look, I think like there comes a point in time where, if you surround yourself with like wolves and you surround yourself with like people who are really about things, the one thing they're gonna do is they're gonna let you know when you're not about it. And the other thing is they're going to let you know when you're dragging down the team. So, for example, everyone in that camp is trying to accomplish something great. You know, I'll start with Frank Sanchez. Just beat FA. He just got another win. I didn't watch it because it was on
Carlos Negron. He beat Carlos Negron.
Carlos Negron. I didn't watch it. It was on that card that was on pay-per-view. I wasn't going to pay for. But he's trying to accomplish things. Frank Sanchez is just straight washing dudes. Like he's a dangerous fight for anyone, really, just because his IQ and his boxing ability. Canelo Alvarez, you've already seen what he's done. And Andy Ruiz is sitting there trying to get himself right because he wants to become 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. Then you got Ryan Garcia. You got to look at what he's done. He pulled out of a fight with Javier Fortuna, right? Then correct me if I'm wrong, but Ryan Garcia also announced his retirement at one point too, right? Didn't he announce his retirement at one point? So I feel like when you think of Ryan Garcia, it's just kind of like the energy is definitely different because where dudes used to see him as someone who was inspired and aspired to do the same thing that they do, they kind of see him now as somebody who's taken away from them. So if you're Oscar Valdez and you got Shakur Stevenson coming to Unify on April 30th, and you see you're not getting mid work because Eddy Reynoso's in the ring with Ryan Garcia. It's easier to take when you know Ryan Garcia is also another prospect. Ryan Garcia is also someone aspiring to do what you do. But when you feel like he's just doing it for the gram, you're like, man, get that punk out the ring and give me my work. You know what I'm saying? So I can go beat Shakur. Like, and I just think the vibe was different. You know, even if you're Andy Ruiz and you're like, yo, I'm trying to get in there at this time. He's like, yeah, but I got Ryan. And he's like, come on, man, you serious? What is this, a social media shoot? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm there to try to win the title. You feel me? Like, I'm trying to fight this year. So it just seems like they no longer, and I'll tell you, they no longer saw Ryan as a guy pursuing greatness.
Facts.
And he can feel that in the gym. It was like Canelo already said he's wasted talent. So no, like you said, no pictures. No, you can't be in a rotation with me. I used to see you as like the next big thing from Mexico. But guess what? Valdez, come over here, Valdez. You about to get Shakur. You about to get Shakur, Valdez. You feel me? Come work with me so I can show you some stuff for your big fight. And I think that's like what started to sink in for him. It's like, yo, they no longer see you as a part of the team. They see you as like a waste of space. And I think he started to feel that. So as much as he's saying there's no time, lastly, the person who saw that the most was Eddy Reynoso. So Eddie's traded all of them. So when Ryan used to make that call and say, yo, yeah, I want this time, Valdez, sorry, man, you can't get that block. You can't get that block, right? You can't get that block of time because that's reserved for Ryan Garcia. But lately, Frank Sanchez will call and be like, yo, yeah, I got Ryan for that time, but you can come in. I'll take Ryan off. And Ryan's like, hold up. I can't get that time. Nah, Frank is coming in. Frank over me? That's when Ryan said it was time to leave. Frank Sanchez started getting the times over him. Over me. So that's what Ryan said.
Picking the elephant over the ant. What? You crazy?
Yo, nah, but all jokes aside, there are ways you could start to see that you're not welcome. And I think he just started to see that the energy was off for him. There was really no excitement for him. And it's on him. Because people originally were. They were very happy for you. He came off a huge victory over Luke Campbell, and that was a while ago. He let all the excitement die down from there. He done let Kambosos and Haney and all these other guys elevate, and we're still talking about whether or not this dude's really going to come back in his next fight. So I say all that to say, hopefully Joe Goossen's a great trainer. Hopefully Joe Goossen can get him right. Joe Goossen has some success stories, but he also has some that didn't turn out as well. I don't know how much of that's on the trainer, how much of that's on the boxer, but you pointed it out, G. It's rare a fighter stays with their trainer throughout their entire career, and maybe it's just that time where he needs a different voice, and maybe it's just time for him to move on. So I wish Ryan Garcia nothing but the best, but Eddy Reynoso ain't crying, so it is what it is.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter, and please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We the Boxing Bros. Ryan gonna have 7 trainers.
Huh? Frank say, yeah, I need that time.
You got that.
Don't worry. I'll just have him hit the speed bag. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man.